Welcome to March 2022's Battle of the Believability. So, very much like our first Battle of the Believability from January, we only have two options.
Just how it happens sometimes.
We had two listener submissions. Are you using my,
I am, sorry.
Do you have one?
Yeah.
What's it doing all the way down there?
Just...
I'm talking about his arm rests, by the way. That's... Do you really have one, though?
Yeah, it's right here.
Oh, okay, I see it. But we had two listener submissions this month, and we had my personal potential skinwalker experience. So those three do not count. We don't really want to include listener submissions in this because we don't want to step on toes, we don't want to hurt feelings, and we don't want to put personal encounters among big, widespread theories, ideas, encounters, cryptids, aliens, and such.
So that being said, these episodes are widespread theories.
That is correct. First episode we're going to be discussing from March 1st, the Alaska Triangle, a little bit about that, kind of like the Bermuda Triangle, but more northern and more cold
and on land,
more sensitive. So it's a bunch of people that are going missing between Juneau, Anchorage, and Ukyakovik, and it's just unexplainable. I mean, you could say potentially the terrain. Some people believe aliens, some people believe energy vortexes, some people think it's just the fact that it's a really rough area to be in. But that was our first episode of the month, actually, the Alaska Triangle.
And our third episode of the month, the Phoenix Lights, which is one of the biggest UFO mysteries maybe ever. And their governor had some fun words to say about that.
Was it the third or the fourth?
I think it's the third.
It was the fourth.
Oh my god, okay. Fourth.
It's okay.
The fourth episode.
This isn't a math podcast. You don't come here for math. All right, so it's gonna be a quicker video than last time, but we're also gonna get it done actually on time. Not like where it's gonna come out in the middle of the month like before. Also, I hope we didn't really give it proper introduction, but this is our banner.
It's
right here.
It's gonna be the background now.
I know. But let's get into this discussion between where they lie on the overall believability. So the way that this works is every month we're going to look at every episode that we can talk about, and we are going to rate one most believable, which we'll get to compete against the other most believables at the end of the year, so we can crown the most believable topic of Believe in Bizarre for the year of 2022, and the loser will get put in with the other most unbelievable topics of 2022, so we can then discuss the most unbelievable episode topic that we covered in the year of 2022. This is a coin flip here. There's no, like, middle ones, you know, they just kind of get left to the side. They're not the best, they're not the worst, but very much like January, one is going to the top and one is going to the bottom. Let's start talking about them. Do you have any initial thoughts, feelings, concerns?
Yeah, my initial thought is, I think we both went really high on both of these.
Yeah, I think there's merit to both, and also there's concreteness to both. Like, they are both conspiracies in that you can argue human and natural for both, and you can argue paranormal and unusual for both. Like, for Alaska, you could say it's just the terrain that's causing people to go missing, and it's the weather, and, you know, there's ice and snow and frigid elements. And for Phoenix Lights, you could say it was a military jet, or it was...
It could be an undiscovered plane.
Undiscovered plane. It could be candles. Was there... Or what are those things called where you're
flares.
Like... Flares.
Candles.
Flare.
Sky candles.
Right. Or, on the other side, and so much more interestingly, it could be a freaking triangle of bizarreness and energy vortexes and UFOs and aliens.
Or a black pyramid.
Or a black pyramid, the Alaska Black Pyramid, which I'd love to do an episode on, but we'll see if we ever go back to Alaska.
Yeah.
I will say, though, that in terms of concreteness, while there's more people that go missing in Alaska yearly, there are a lot of witnesses that have very similar stories with the Phoenix Lights.
Yeah.
And I feel like where the Alaska Triangle had like a laundry list of, like, it could be aliens, it could be the Yeti, which makes no sense. It could be energy vortexes. It could be just the bad weather. I feel like there's more opportunity for that one to... It feels less concrete to me, even though, like, it is known that people go missing. Planes, people wandering off. That makes sense. But with the Phoenix Lights, like it happened. Like there's one event that happened that people can relate to. People across Phoenix, and there's another part of Arizona.
Oh, Prescott?
Yeah, like they all experienced the same thing. Everybody mentioned how they couldn't hear this large object in the sky.
Silent in the sky.
So, and it's crazy. I really did think it was multiple. Before I knew about the Phoenix Lights and we talked about it on the episode, I really thought it was multiple entities, not just one with like lights. But with the Phoenix Lights, it feels like it's either alien or it's like military unknown.
Mm-hmm.
So,
because there was something in the sky.
Yes, that's the thing. There's less. It's more not knowing what the event was rather than trying to justify the event. Like I think there's a certain amount of justification that needs to go into why people are going missing, whether people are choosing to go missing, if it's even paranormal in the first place. Mm-hmm. Where whatever went over Phoenix is incredibly unusual. Since we started, I'm leaning this way. I don't know where you're at. My inclination is to go Phoenix Lights, believable. And unjustly, like, I don't like this.
Right.
Very much like the Black Stickman phenomenon from January 1st. And I think this is, not January 1st, but the first month, January. I actually feel worse about this one than the Black Stickman phenomenon.
I do too.
I don't think it deserves to be in the most unbelievable. Mm-hmm. I can already probably tell you when December happens, which is going to be here before you know it. Like, I hope we all realize this. It's going to be Christmas before you know it. Christmas is great, but December's disgusting.
Especially in Ohio.
I would bet everything in Charlie's bank account that we are not going to vote the Alaska Triangle as the most unbelievable for the year of 2022.
I would strongly agree.
It's competing against fairies.
Oh, come on now. I like the fairies.
I'm just saying, I don't think it deserves to be there, but these are the rules that, we can't break the rules, man. You know what I mean? Like, these are very concrete.
Yeah.
They've been in place for years.
We definitely didn't set up the rules.
Yes. Because, and I'll say this, and I'm not going to name names, obviously not mine, because it was totally true, but if we included listener submissions, I don't think Alaska Triangle would be most unbelievable. But we're not trying to intermingle listener submissions with these bigger stories. So, me personally, I would go Phoenix Lights, most unbelievable, and tragically Alaska Triangle, most unbelievable. Do you have any qualms with that?
I don't, because you're right.
Yeah, what are your thoughts? I feel like I've been going on and on. Give me your brain thoughts.
The Phoenix Lights happened. They happened. You saw them about 1,000 or so, maybe more, maybe less, a little bit less. Actually witnessed whatever went over Phoenix, and as many testimonies there were from Alaska. There are so many things it could have been. And that's basically what you said in maybe a more succinct summary. But that's why you have to say Alaska is believable, because something happened. Now, you don't know what it is, but something was there.
So you said it's believable, but less believable than Phoenix Lights. Is that what you're saying?
The Phoenix Lights.
Oh, you okay. So we're on the same page.
Yes, absolutely.
I don't like doing this to the Alaska Triangle.
You have to.
All right, put it on the screen. You see what's happening. I don't enjoy what you're seeing, but it's happening, and it is what it is. Like I said, I don't think come December that Alaska Triangle will be most unbelievable. It's not going to get that shame, but anything could happen, except for that, because
it might be fairies.
I think we can find something more unbelievable than fairies.
I'm not going to call my shot, but
I might look for something. That's kind of my goal now going forward. I'm going to find something throughout the next 9 months that's significantly more unbelievable than fairies, and maybe we'll convince ourselves in the episode.
Right.
But
remember Yule Lads?
Yeah, Yule Lads is so lucky it came out in December. Yule Lads versus fairies would actually be a really good unbelievable battle for me personally. But that is where we're at. So we're 3 months in, 9 months to go. Who knows what's going to happen this next month? Tons of episodes. What can possibly battle fairies? Actually, I might put this at you right now. Right now, we have Phoenix Lights, La Lechuza, and Travis Scott. Which one currently, don't think about it too much, but which one right now do you feel like is the most believable?
I'm torn between, I guess Phoenix Lights.
That's exactly where I'm at too. I think we have a front runner, but there's plenty of time left. But anyway, thank you so much for watching. If you want to listen to all of these topics in detail, you can listen on Apple, Pandora, Spotify, Google.
Even here on YouTube.
Right here on YouTube. You don't even have to leave. You can just stay here.
Click
Keep
the next
watching.
page.
Maybe you have YouTube Red Premium.
Yeah.
Is Red's Target? What do they call it? Where you can see? I don't pay for YouTube, so when I go when I upswipe on YouTube, I can't keep hearing. YouTube's like, you don't give us money, so you have to watch it even if you're listening. But I think it's YouTube Red. I don't know. If you have that, it's just as good as having a podcast player.
Almost, yeah.
We don't get the statistic for it, but that's fine. But also, if you like bonus content and you want to hear us do director's cuts, quizzes, get free merch, get a free shirt just for existing in our Patreon, head there, and tons of bonus content that's been collecting for about a year now. But anyway, thank you so much for listening and or watching, and stay tuned for next month's Battle of the Believability.